Hi everybody, I want to bring you a message today about an article that we posted on The Oldish just this morning. You can read it at theoldish.com. However, let me tell you that it has to do with recent studies that were done on concussions and the effect that one, two, or multiple concussions can have on cognitive function. Now, if you are like me and live in an environment where we experience a winter season, you may have just come off of a very cold spell with a lot of ice and a lot of snow, and the prospect of falling is very real. Now, because of my work, I happen to be aware that roughly 60% of head injuries are caused by falls. That means that whether the impact is being taken by your hip, your shoulder, your bum, your elbow, 60% of the time, there is also impact to the head. This can cause a concussion, and it may not be something that is easily understood. You may have a concussion and not know it. And for people who live alone, it becomes even more dangerous. So if you have fallen and hit your head, you need to have somebody check in on you. However, let me share this article with you. There it is, theoldish.com, and the title of the article is Concussion Linked with Worsening Brain Function. So this was a study that was done fairly recently. One moderate to severe concussion or traumatic brain injury can have a long-term impact on brain function and memory. Researchers used data from more than 15,000 participants between the ages of 50 and 90. So, people, that's us. And 15,000 is not a small study. This is something that needs to be paid attention to. So when you are outdoors in these kinds of environments, in particular, with ice and snow, you need to make sure that you have boots with proper tread. You need to make sure that you're wearing your hip protectors. I know, don't tell me about not wanting your hips to look big. You will look different if you require a cane or a walker or a wheelchair because you can no longer function because that one fall you had was the big one. So make sure you're protecting yourself. There's an article on The Oldish. If you search it, Walk Like a Penguin. It's a good style of walking to learn to use when you are outdoors in icy environments. When you are inside your house, don't forget about that. And you should be wearing your hip protectors there too. But remove trip and fall hazards. Get rid of those cords. Get rid of throw rugs. If you've got a pet or the grandchildren are around, make sure that you tidy up their toys. Protect yourself to the greatest extent possible. This is, as we always preach, about self-advocacy. Take care of yourselves. Go to theoldish.com to read the full text of that article and look after yourselves. Take care until next time. Bye.